everybody, it's me, Rosalie, and today I will be looking at the brand new official video that Coldplay put out for their song People of the Pride. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Let's keep it short. We'll dive right in because I don't like lengthy introductions, even though I can be long-winded, so let me jump straight into it. I'm glad you're here. My name's Rosalie, and if you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. As always, remember to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, any suggestions of videos you want me to react to. What did you think? I would love to actually interact with you guys. So, again, we're watching Coldplay, People of the Pride, their official video. I'm excited to see what it's about because I love Coldplay. I've yet to go to one of their concerts. That's on my bucket list. But we'll dive right in. Oh, na, na, na. Da, da, da. Pardon my messiness today, you guys. I'm just throwing this together real quick before I have a couple of sessions. So thank you for not judging me. And if you are, what's the matter with you? We all have our messy days. Okay, this is maybe very messy. I thought you guys might like to see me with my hair down, but maybe this was a bad idea. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go, you guys. I'm all about those neon colors lately. The blue, the pink. Their energy is always so high. Oh, I would love to go to one of their concerts one day. Okay, we're going rock for this one. Huh. Interesting. I'm definitely getting a political theme vibe here. Love the cartoon elements. I really dig those cartoon animated elements in the video. The symbols are interesting too. That's dope, man. That rock vibe goes hard. Ow! Oh, that lion just roaring. That was dope. Okay, okay. This is fire, man. They came in hot and they left on fire. Dang, that was cool. Okay, I love Coldplay. Okay, like I said, that's on my bucket list to go to one of their concerts one day. I have not yet, but on my bucket list. Sorry, guys, my hair's a mess. But very interesting. I got to look up the lyrics. I definitely get a little bit of a political vibe there, talking about there's a man who says this and this and that. Could also be, criticism of religion or the power that people have abused in the name of God and religion. But I could see political elements here of one person, somebody dictating, somebody being in power, trying to control the masses. I get this vibe of encouraging people to stand together, to stand up against others. I'm getting these vibes of, the people that were hammering away and working at that conveyor belt, right? It's almost like the masses going through the motion, being controlled, marching along like brainwashed soldiers, doing what that man, that dictator, whoever's in control, is commanding them to do. You have people hammering away at the conveyor belt, right? The people who are just going through the grind, who, are being controlled and have to do the hard labor and are just going through the motion, right? And so I'm getting this theme, this vibe of rebellion. It even says revolution at one point, standing up against that roaring lion that goes off towards the end, and how even the people at the conveyor belt start hammering like crazy towards the end, but more in a smashing things type of way. That was the vibe that I got. Super futuristic sci-fi, which I've gotten into and I love. Thanks to my husband, more and more, just been into that. Very cool. I mean, the beat goes hard. It's just very rockish. Rockish, is that a word? I love it. Really, really cool. I want to look up the lyrics real quick and let's just explore that for a second. I had not heard this song before, so not only was listening to the song new for me, but the video clip, obviously. People on the left, people on the right, got a lion inside. People of the pride, let's go. Interesting. So see, I'm telling you, I didn't always hear everything in the video correctly or clearly enough, but interesting because that, to me at least, is a total thing on politics, the left and the right, and that constant friction. And I've said that before, even to my friends and people in my circle, how when you can divide a group of people, scripture even says a house divided against itself can't stand. So when you can turn people against each other in a country, right, left versus right, pro versus anti, vaccinated versus unvaccinated, the list goes on and on of division and turmoil. And you end up having a country that's weakened and that can be controlled because they're busy hurting and killing each other off versus defending against any external harm or someone who wants to corrupt and control them. There's a man who takes his time from his homemade cuckoo clock. Interesting, by the way, because cuckoo clock is a German thing. And I don't know if that's a supposedly little stab at Germany's past with the dictator Hitler. Then he says, I got to stand up and be counted, be an anthem for your time. It's just work. Which is interesting because that's, to me, a play on Bible verses. That idea of maybe, a census being taken or standing up for what you believe in. To me, there's definitely that play on scripture, religion possibly. Still my beating heart will all be free to fall in love with who we want and say, interesting. And now we're getting to what I thought this was about, people of the pride. I mean, it's interesting because it's definitely this play on topics, right? Fighting against oppression, right? Fighting against being that, worker at the conveyor belt being controlled by someone standing up in unity. And then it ends on that note, which I feel like the title implied, pride and homosexuality. And then, of course, the fitting title, people of the pride, right? We the people, a group of people standing together, standing for this in the face of, I guess, adversity. I could definitely see this being a popular song. The beat is cool, rock, those elements, great songwriting. I mean, just brilliant from a poetic songwriter's perspective. It's tricky, right? Because I do believe people need to stand together in certain cases when it comes to unity, not being controlled, right? Not being divided amongst each other, loving one another. But I think it's also tricky sometimes because while I'm definitely against hate and division, and I think it's important we don't just let the select few divide us and turn us against each other and weaken us as a country, as a people, as a humankind, as humanity, human beings. Sometimes I think the other extreme is when people can't have opposite opinions anymore. And then you fall into that dilemma where if because of your faith you have a different opinion, you now are maybe condemned, and the same group that preaches tolerance is not tolerant towards you if you have a different opinion. That's where things get tricky, right? True diversity doesn't just say it's black or white. black or white is not diverse, right? There's so many more colors and stories. We're all unique individuals. And the same thing goes for our beliefs and our perspective on things. If we say, you have to tolerate me and I will not tolerate you if you don't agree with me, now we're falling into the other extreme of that pendulum where everybody needs to agree, right? And it's all one love. And if you don't agree with my lifestyle and who I love and what I want, then you're the enemy. And then ironically, we're causing what we sang and preached against, which is let's not be divided. Let's stand together, right? If we swing to that extreme where we demonize people that don't agree with homosexuality or don't agree with certain lifestyles, now we're doing exactly what we're trying to avoid, which is excluding people and saying you're wrong for not agreeing with me. But if we're not loving towards one another because we don't agree with people's lifestyles, that's the other extreme. And I know many people in the LGBT community have been hurt deeply because of hate and condemnation, and because those who didn't agree with their lifestyle didn't communicate what they believe in love. There was a lot of hate and condemnation, and that's not right either. So I think we can all learn from being more loving with one another, and listening, taking time to listen and explain why you feel the way you feel, where you're coming from, what's your story, because we're all individuals. That's what we forget a lot of times. Everything in life is a balance between extremes. Every individual story is unique, and no two people are the same. So what do you think? So it's definitely one of those revolution type of songs. The rock is awesome. Love Coldplay. Great songwriting. Brilliant, play on words and topics. But that doesn't mean I necessarily agree with everything that he stands for or believes in. And I think that it's important, if we're going to practice this, tolerance and acceptance, that we have to understand that goes both ways, as long as we speak truth in love. What did you think of the song? Reacting to Coldplay, People of the Pride. Those are my thoughts. I'd love to know what you think. Leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time. Ayo!